$847 for 1 month. That was the estimate one Reddit user got after running his own usage through GitHub's new rules. He'd signed up for monthly coding assistant. By early June, developer forums were filling with a post like this, people showing their bills. You'd assume this was another subscription price hike. That's what subscriptions do now. The monthly fee hadn't moved, and the pricing page was unchanged. On June the 1st, something else had been added to the subscription, a meter. Software has changed what it charges you for several times already. It began with the seat. One person, one price, however little or much they use the software. Then cloud computing put a meter on servers. Use more compute, storage, or bandwidth, and the bill rises with it. APIs put a meter on language. Tokens in, tokens out, priced by the million. Most users never saw those meters. They kept turning in the background. On June the 1st, GitHub brought the meter all the way to developer's desk. The old request quota was replaced by credits calculated from token use. The cheaper fallback went with it. Once the included credits were gone, you bought more. Within days, someone on GitHub's home forum posted a usage page showing that a single request had burned through more than half a month's credits. How can one request burn through half a month? Because one request can now set an agent loose on the whole job. With the older AI assistant, you asked a question and got an answer. The cost was roughly predictable. An agent can read the repository, call the tools, edit code, and check its own work before it comes back to you. One study found that an agentic coding task can use roughly 1,000 times as many tokens as ordinary code chat, run the same task twice, and total usage can differ by a factor of 30. GitHub described the mismatch plainly. A quick question and a multi-hour autonomous coding session used to cost the user the same amount. The old pricing model couldn't absorb that gap. GitHub was the third company in 12 months to run into the same problem. Last June, Cursor replaced 500 monthly requests on its Pro plan with a $20 usage balance that ran down as people worked. Users were furious. 3 weeks later, Cursor apologized publicly and refunded people hit by unexpected overages. By late July, Anthropic had announced weekly usage caps for Claude Code, saying fewer than 5% of users would be affected. Anthropic said one outlier on its $200 plan had consumed tens of thousands of dollars in model usage. Then, GitHub announced its own change in April. It took effect on June the 1st. All three changes exposed the same weakness. An all-you-can-eat subscription can absorb the way agents consume compute. Once the meter goes in, a different person takes the seat across the table. GitHub built a full set of budget controls around it for enterprise customers. Administrators can set company-wide spending caps, assign code centers to departments, and give each engineer an individual allowance. Credits that go unused by some engineers can be pooled across the company and reassigned. GitHub calls that eliminating stranded capacity. Listen to the language. Caps, cost centers, pooling stranded capacity. That is the vocabulary of power grids and cloud infrastructure. A coding tool is starting to become managed like a utility. When a company bought software, the question used to be simple: how many seats? Now it has to decide how much usage each person gets, who can go over, and who signs off when they do. As agents take on more work, the budget limit becomes a line of authority. How far an agent is allowed to run is now a decision someone writes into the admin console. All of this is happening while one basic question remains unresolved. How much work are these agents actually doing? During the first few months of this year, Microsoft rolled coding agents out to tens of thousands of its own engineers. A study found that the engineers using them merged about 24% more pull requests. The researchers were careful about what the number meant. Merged pull requests are proxy for output. Delivered value is something else. Another census scanned more than 180 million repositories. Pull request records missed nearly 80% of the Claude Code repositories detected through commits, while commits records missed nearly all the Codex repositories detected through pull requests. Much of the work happens outside the visible record. Output is hard to measure. Usage can be counted down to the token. That is the contradiction at the start of the metered agent era. The bill arrives before the performance review. Usage-based pricing does sound fairer. You pay for what you use, and light users stop subsidizing heavy users. GitHub makes exactly that case, and analysts expect more tools to move this way as agent workflows consume more compute. Their logic holds on average. The trouble is the variance. Run the same task twice and usage can differ by a factor of 30. A single request can burn through a half month's credits. A household electric meter tracks the lights you choose to turn on. You have a rough sense of how many are running. This meter tracks a system that keeps making decisions after you hand over the task. Fairness depends on predictability. Agent usage may be one of the least predictable kinds of software consumption ordinary users have ever been asked to pay for. The market began hedging almost immediately. Alongside the pricing change, Cursor introduced the $200 Ultra plan that wrapped heavy usage back into a subscription. Anthropic sells Max plan at $100 and $200. The subscription survived by moving up a layer. It became insurance against the meter. The higher monthly fee buys certainty about usage. For existing GitHub business and enterprise customers, GitHub's promotional credits, $30 per user per month for business and $70 for enterprise, only run through June, July, and August. After August, the promotional buffer disappears and the standard included amounts return. Before then, your own usage page is worth more than 10 reviews. If you don't write code, this meter won't stay inside coding tools. Wherever agents enter the industry, the same meter will appear in the software people use there. Credits, overages, budgets, controls. Pricing pages used to count people, page by page. They are starting to count how far the system is allowed to run. The next time you renew a tool and see the word credits on the pricing page, the meter has already reached you. Software used to make a simple promise. Once you bought it, you could use it as much as you liked. Copying it one more time cost nothing. Agents are taking that promise back. Every time one acts on your behalf, a meter is running somewhere. A seed counts whether you show up. A meter counts how far the system runs for you. When you look at the software pricing page now, find the meter first. Who installed it? Who reads it? Who has the power to shut it off? Headlines fade, variables remain. This is variable field.